Have you ever really thought about your car? I mean, it's not just a mechanical thing anymore, right? It's basically a supercomputer on wheels. You've got literally hundreds of tiny electronic brains, they're called ECUs, and they're controlling everything from your brakes to your radio. But how? How do all these different parts, made by totally different companies all over the world, work together perfectly in that split second when it matters most? Well, that's the code we're going to crack today.
I mean, that's the billion-dollar question, isn't it? How does the airbag sensor talk to the anti-lock braking system while your navigation screen is also doing its thing, and they all coordinate without a single hiccup every single time? You know, getting these critical, often life-saving systems to speak the same language, it's one of the biggest challenges in the entire auto industry. And the answer? Well, it's a pretty brilliant and standardized solution.
And that solution is called AUTOSAR. Think of it as the universal language, the common ground that lets all of your car's incredibly complex systems communicate without missing a beat. It's the secret software architecture that really makes the modern car possible.
So, what does that name actually stand for? AUTOSAR is short for Automotive Open System Architecture. Now, the key word here isn't software, it's standard. This was a total game changer because it got all these fierce competitors to actually work together on the basic foundational stuff. This freed them all up to focus their energy on innovating the cool, unique features that we actually notice and love in our cars. And this standard is so critical because it brings order to what would otherwise be complete chaos. By creating a consistent framework, software components can be reused across different car models, which, drastically speeds up development time. But the most important part, it builds a foundation of safety and reliability right into the very core of the car's software.
Now, AUTOSAR is not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. Your car has all sorts of different jobs to do. Some are instantaneous safety reactions, others involve processing huge amounts of data for your map display. So AUTOSAR actually comes in two main flavors, each one designed specifically for these very different tasks.
And what's really fascinating here is how they split up the work. So on one side, you have classic AUTOSAR. Think of this as the car's reflexes, its lizard brain. It's built for those incredibly fast, predictable, real-time jobs, like deploying an airbag or firing the anti-lock brakes. No delays allowed. It's typically written in the C programming language and runs on a super specialized real-time operating system. Then, on the other side, you've got the much more powerful adaptive AUTOSAR. This is like the car's higher-level brain. It handles the complex, data-heavy systems like your big infotainment screen or advanced driver assist features. To do that, it's written in C++ and runs on more flexible operating systems like Linux.
So, how is this whole blueprint actually put together? Well, you can think of it kind of like a computer's operating system, with these distinct layers all built on top of each other, and each one has a very specific job to do. Let's start from the ground up and see how it works. Okay, so at the very bottom, you've got the physical hardware, the microcontroller, the actual brain. Sitting on top of that is the base software, or BSW. This layer handles all the basic, low-level stuff, like how to talk directly to the physical chips. But the real magic, the secret sauce, happens in the next layer up, the RTE, or Runtime Environment. This is the crucial communication hub. It's that universal translator we've been talking about. And then finally, on the very top, you have the application layer. And this is where the actual software lives that performs specific jobs, like controlling a window or reading a sensor.
Let's just pause on that RTE for a second, because this is absolutely the key to the whole system. The runtime environment acts like a central post office or a communications highway. It's the glue that lets a software component for an airbag sensor, made by one company in Germany, talk seamlessly to the airbag control unit, made by a totally different company in Japan. Without the RTE, none of it works.
You see, this whole thing isn't just about making development easier or cheaper. The ultimate goal, the whole point of a standard like AUTOSAR, is safety. It provides the structured, predictable framework needed to build systems that can meet these incredibly strict international safety standards like ISO 26262. And a core piece of that safety standard is a risk classification system called ASIL, which stands for Automotive Safety Integrity Level. It basically rates different car functions from A, which is the lowest risk, think your rear lights, all the way up to ASIL D, the highest possible level. ASIL D is reserved for functions where a failure could be catastrophic. We're talking braking, power steering, airbags. AUTOSAR is designed from the ground up to help engineers build systems that can meet that highest, most critical ASIL D requirement. So how does it do that? Well, one of the key concepts is redundancy. This is a fundamental principle in any safe system design. It just means that for the most critical functions, the components are duplicated. So if a primary sensor fails or a processor goes down, a backup is ready to take over instantly, and you would never even know it happened. AUTOSAR's architecture is what makes it possible to design these kinds of fault-tolerant systems reliably.
And it goes even deeper than that. The standard supports a whole suite of safety tools. This includes formal methods like hazard analysis, where engineers literally try to think of everything that could possibly go wrong before they even write a single line of code. And then you have these built-in monitors called watchdog timers, which are like a tiny heartbeat monitor for each ECU, constantly checking to make sure it's healthy and doing its job. It's a really comprehensive approach to safety.
Okay, so let's zoom out and bring this all together. AUTOSAR is not just about the cars we drive today. It is the essential foundational technology that is paving the road for the entire future of mobility.
Pretty much every major innovation you hear about in the car world is being built on this standard. Those complex driver assist systems that keep you in your lane, the powerful computers needed for EV powertrains, all the cool connected car features, and, yeah, the ultimate goal of fully autonomous driving, all of it relies on the robust, safe, and standardized foundation that AUTOSAR provides.
This quote really just says it all, doesn't it? AUTOSAR has grown beyond just being some technical standard. It is now the fundamental platform, the bedrock, upon which the next generation of safe, intelligent, and connected vehicles is being built. It's the invisible language that's going to drive us into the future.
So the next time you get in your car, just take a second to think about that silent, incredibly complex conversation happening between hundreds of different parts, all speaking the exact same language. It's this beautiful symphony of software that's keeping you safe and moving you forward. And it really leaves us with a fascinating question. With this powerful and safe foundation now firmly in place, what are we going to build on it next?